All right. All right, everybody. Now, again, like I said, the translations is really very difficult. We'll be doing it all year long. All right, so start now. If you have a question, speak up. All right, Jackson, you can do the first one.
Twice the sum of a number and 6 is 12.
So what are you thinking on this? What does twice mean?
Oh, the number is 2. Wait.
Twice means multiply by what? 2.
What's that?
That's what twice means, multiply by 2. Now, I told you something last week about when it multiplying, excuse me, when multiplying by 2 and sum, those are two operations right next to each other. So what do they require?
Oh,
Do you remember?
parentheses.
Yes, sir. Very good. All right, Jackson, I'm happy with you. All right, so now go ahead. So how do I write twice? What does that mean?
Times 2.
Yep, so we put a 2. Then I put what, Jackson?
Parentheses.
Parentheses. What does sum mean to do?
A plus. Add.
Yes, what two things are we adding?
The number and 6.
Right, so how do I write that?
X plus 6.
Right, close parentheses. In math, what does is mean?
Equals
Equals. And then the number,
12.
come on, guys, make yourself a note. That is critical information. Anybody have any questions with that? All right, Molly, let's try. All right, and please, again, guys, don't be worried about being wrong. All right, don't be worried about being wrong. Let me walk you through it if you're having trouble. All right, and if you're already good with number 2, write it down to see how close you are to the answer. All right, and once you get done with 2 and you hear my answer, do number 3. All right, Molly, go. So what do I do? Yes, X over 6.
And the result is subtracted from 5.
All right, so now, am I starting with this number right here, or am I starting with 5? That is correct. So how do I write it?
5 minus
You are amazing. That was very good. And then what does is mean?
equals, and then 9.
Yeah, how about that? Very nice. That's very hard, guys, believe it or not. That was very hard. And if you're looking at me like, what are you talking about? Why does 5 go first? You have to let me know. Misha, you good on that? All right, help me out with number 3.
Why does 5 go first?
Because remember, I always told you from last year, this is the hardest thing to explain. Are you subtracting 5 or are you subtracting X over 6? You see what I'm saying? You're subtracting from 5. That means you're starting with 5. And you're subtracting a number divided by 6 from 5. You hear me now? All right, Joshua, let's go.
18 less than 8 times the number is 8.
So what do I do?
18x minus 18.
Whoa. Start off again.
18 less, so minus 18.
Yes, minus 18,
8 times the number,
which is?
8x is 80.
I don't know if that's what you said or not. Did you say that? Oh, sorry. I didn't hear you right. That is absolutely correct. 8x minus 18 equals 80. Anybody have any issues? Yes, sir.
Does it matter which way you put it?
I don't know what that means.
Like, negative 18
No,
or
no, I want it just like that. All right, trust me. All right, as we do the word problems, it's important to set it up accurately. All right. Number 4.
2 more than number W is 37. Is it W plus 2 equals 37?
All right, I'm happy with that. Very good. Very, very good. All right. Let's see, Evan. Let's hear you, buddy.
9 is 5 less than twice the number t.
So tell me what to do.
I
Wow, I am so proud of myself. Thank you, Evan. Very good, very good. All right, these are supposed to be hard. Very good. All right, Luca.
So the sum of 1/3 a number and 16 is 2 more than the number. So 1/3
1/3 what?
X.
Yes, very good. 1/3 X.
plus 16.
You're doing great.
So equals plus 2,
Right?
okay? Or plus 2x.
So not plus 2x, but X comes in front of the plus, right?
Oh, yeah. 'Cause,
Because it's asking you to add, right?
mhm.
You agree with that? All right, now remember, guys, make yourself a little note. If you're making a little mistake, highlight it. All right, so you can review it. Remember, the test and the worksheets are exactly the same. All right, go, Miss Appleton.
The function of number h includes 1, so h of a
You are amazing. All right, next. Yep,
12 and the quantity of 1 less than the number s is 41.
all right, so you got a mess here. What do we got?
12 times
Now, quantity is another word for what? Nope, quantity means parentheses.
oh,
All right, quantity means parentheses. So 12 and then parentheses. Now, how do I write 1 less than the number s? Okay,
the quantity of what it is.
yep,
So you do 12, open parentheses.
yes,
S minus 1
perfect. Then what do I do to the parentheses? Then what do I do to parentheses?
close,
Close parentheses.
equals 41.
Yay, good job. That is correct. So quantity is another word for parentheses, for those guys who did not know that. All right, help me out, Maya.
10 times x is plus sum of x. Would it be 10x equals 2 times parentheses x plus 1?
Thank you very, very much. Very good. Anybody have any issues? All right, let's see what you got.
So it's 11 less than twice n is 10 more than n, so it'd be 2n minus 11 equals n plus 10.
Wow, thank you. Very good. Wow, we're on a roll. Next.
3 times the quantity of 2 less than x is 4. So 3, open the parentheses, x minus 2 close equals 4.
Simple. Very good. Wow, you guys are doing really good.
3 times 2 decreased by z equals 11.
So what is that?
3 times 2 minus 2 equals 11.
3 times 2.
Minus 2. Or minus z equals 11.
Right. So we essentially could just write 6 minus z, but that's technically it. Very good. All right, Jolie,
3 diminished by twice the number is 40.
do you remember what diminished means? Diminished, take a guess. Are you adding or subtracting? If I diminish your grade by 10 points,
Oh, you subtract.
yeah, diminish.
So you did 3 minus 2
Yeah,
equals 40.
twice what though?
Oh, a number should be 2x equals 40.
You are amazing. Good job. Yes.
Why wouldn't you put 2x minus 3?
because 3 is where you're starting at. All right. 3 is what's being diminished. Does that make sense? Right. And again, I'm glad you're asking. All right. Miss Panchola, you help me, kiddo.
Is it 3R?
Good.
-2.
Oh, okay. So listen, let's look at it carefully. So again, this is another hard, so that's why I'm telling you, please listen. Are you starting it with 2 or are you decreasing by 2?
Decreasing.
So read it to me again.
2 decreased by 2, so it's you're starting with 2.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Right, again, I know what you guys are thinking. It's hard to remember whether you're turning them around or not. All right, that's just comes from you reading the sentence carefully. I'm starting with what again? 2, and then what?
Decrease, so subtract. And then 3R. Then equal 0. And then it says 5 more than the number R, so 5.
5 more than R,
So 5 plus R, or R plus 5.
R plus 5. All right, next.
Is it 5B or 5 plus B over 2 equals 5x?
5 what?
I don't know,
YX.
because it just says something.
Well, the number, yeah, it would be because we've already defined the number as B. It didn't say a different number. You with me? So it'd be B. Now, she did that really good. You could also have written it as half the sum. You could have written it like this. So I want everybody to make sure you know that's true. Either one of those. Those of you guys, I have a feeling some of you guys wrote it like this. What?
Why did you add 5?
Because it says sum. Sum means to add, right? Make sense? All right. All right. Now we're off to the important stuff. Now here it just says, use the figures and the information below to write an equation involving X. Does it say anything about solving right now? No. We just have to write the equation. All right. You with me? You're up.
No.
Read number 16.
The perimeter of the triangle is 25 units.
So how do I write an equation for number 16?
Just add them.
Yes. So how do I write that?
11 plus 11,
Which is,
22.
and then,
Just minus 25 and get 3.
no, I'm not asking you to solve for X. That's the correct answer though. I'm asking you to write an equation. What does perimeter mean to do?
Oh,
Perimeter means you add all the sides. So I want you to write X plus 11 equals 25,
oh.
That's it.
You're asking me for-
right? And then we just want to simplify that to X plus 22 equals 25. We don't have to solve it right now. We're just writing the equations. Okay. Number 17, you're up.
So, x plus 2,
X plus 2
I guess in parentheses,
in parentheses.
minus 2x.
We're not, well, perimeter is still, oh,
meant to-
I'm sorry,
no.
area. You're right.
Wait,
X plus 2.
mhm.
How do you find area? Yes. Very good. Area is length times width. Yes, times 2x. And then what does that equal? What does that equal? Yes, equals 75. So everybody write that. All right, I know, that's so annoying up there. There's nothing I can do. What?
Length times width also base times height.
Yeah, length times width, very good. Sometimes it's also known as base times height. Very good information because that comes up sometimes. Either one of those is acceptable. Very good, Luca. All right, 18. You get to tell me the perimeter now,
So they add 45, 22,
right? 45 plus 22.
which 67.
Well, okay, 67. Now what? Now, okay, I want everybody to highlight isosceles. What does isosceles mean? Who remembers?
Two sides are the same.
Yeah, two sides are the same. So if it's an isosceles trapezoid, that means that these two sides are the same. So what is the left side going to be? X. Very good. So now 67, what? Nope. We're doing perimeter, right? So remember, you're taking a walk around this, right? So from here to here, and then from here to here, from here to here, and from here to here, what's the perimeter? 67 plus what? How many X's did we
Oh,
walk?
2.
Right. Equals how much?
69.
No, no, no. What's the perimeter? I'm trying to give you a clue. What's the perimeter?
Oh, 96.
There you go, buddy. You with me now, right?
Yeah.
All right, that's important. That's very important. What?
Instead of 2x, could you just do x plus x?
Yeah, but we're going to show you that you're going to always simplify. All right. So if you wrote 45 plus 22 plus x equals 96, you would still simplify. You would simplify these two things together, and you would simplify these two things together. Make sense, right? All right. 19, Ashley. Now, what I want everybody to do is we're going to learn how I want you to set these things up. All right. In the future, it'll be a little bit easier, but right now we have two people involved. We have Luke and we have Sam. All right. So we are not allowed to use two variables. All right. So since we're not allowed to use two variables, I want everybody to write Luke and Sam. Now, Luke has 5 more than Sam. So how much does Sam have, Ashley? Do we have any idea? Well, that's true, but I want to give Sam a variable. What variable? Okay, but I don't like S's. I'm always just going to write X. Okay. Then how much would Luke have?
X plus 5.
That is absolutely correct. X plus 5. All right, please watch what I'm doing now. This is how you're going to be expected to do it for the first couple of weeks. And then halfway through the year, I'll show you how to write equations with two variables. It'll be easier. All right, but right now there's always a relationship between the two people. All right, now it says, Ashley, together they have $50. So now how do I make an equation?
X plus 5 equals 50.
Just X plus 5 equals 50?
I'm sorry.
Together. So together means you would add them together, right? You see what I'm saying? So it really should be X plus 5 equals 50. Does that make sense? Now tell me what X plus X is.
2x.
Yes. So this is the equation that you're expected to write down. 2x plus 5 equals 50. All right, Eddie.
There are 15 people in grade, or 4 more than me.
All right, so we know we're talking about two groups, men and women. So M and women. All right. So let me see if you can set this out without any help. What are you thinking?
And 15 people,
Right?
and there's 4 more ones than them.
So now here's what I want everybody to concentrate on. You are discussing women compared to men. So how many men are there, Eddie? Do we have any idea?
No,
So that's what?
X,
X. Thank you for listening. So how many women would there be?
4 more,
Right?
4 plus X.
That is correct. But I would prefer that you write X plus 4. So now how do I write the equation?
Do X plus 4. um, 15.
Bless you. Come on, you got this.
What do you do?
Just write, tell me something, buddy.
X plus 4 divided by 15.
Now, so if there were a total of 15 people, that means, how do you get 15 people? What do you do with the men and the women?
4 minus
So if there were 3 men and 5 women, there'd be how many?
3.
Right. So whenever you want to find the total, you're going to add them up. There are a total of 15 people on the jury. So kind of like what we did up here. Together, they had $50. So what did I have to do to Luke and Sam?
But you do X through 2X plus 4.
Yeah, yes. Right, so you're adding the men and the women together. So it'd be X plus 4 equals how many, Eddie? 15. Beautiful. All right, so now go ahead. Tell me what X plus X is.
Plus 2X.
Perfect. All right, Misha, you're up.
Laura bicycled 3 miles further than Rhonda. The sum of the distance they bicycled were 25 miles. How far did each bicyclist go?
So what do I have to do here? Who are we talking about?
Laura and Rhonda.
Yep, we're talking about Laura and Rhonda. So now tell me,
Laura X plus 3,
you are great, girl.
and then Rhonda just X.
That is correct.
And then I did X plus X plus 3 equals 25.
Wow.
And then I did, and then the answer is 2X plus 3 equals.
You are amazing, kiddo. 2X plus 3 equals 25. That was very good. Easy. Hopefully you feel that way. All right, here we go. Number 22. Back to you, Jackson. Let's just knock all this out. Let me see how many problems there are. Not too many more. Let's see if we can get our homework done. Go.
All right, put an L and a J for Lisa and Joe.
Good.
Lisa walked 8 more miles than Joe, so Lisa, it's X plus 8. And then for Joe, it's just X.
Okay, now you have something difficult.
Lisa walked twice as far as Joe,
Right.
so
How much is Lisa?
8
How much is Lisa?
miles.
No. How much is Lisa? Lisa. How much did she walk?
Oh, twice as far as Joe.
Nope. How much did she walk? Somebody help him.
8 miles.
Tell him.
He walks X plus, she walks X plus 8.
Now, look, this is the translation now. Lisa walked X plus 8. Right, so now I'm translating this. Come on, guys, everybody, this is the hard part where you have to learn. Lisa walked twice as far as Joe. Lisa walked how much? X plus 8. That equals what? Lisa walked, so here's Lisa. What did she walk?
X plus 8.
Nope. Compared to Joe.
Oh, twice as far as Joe.
So so how do I represent twice as far as Joe?
Times 2.
What's times 2?
X.
Exactly. All right, so that was hard. So let's look at it one more time just to make sure. All right, we're translating. Lisa walked. This is how much Lisa walked. This is how much Joe walked. Lisa is twice as far. All right, that's what I'm trying to show you. Does that make sense now? Again, I know that's hard. Go.
Why is it 2 divided by x? I mean, x by 2.
Lisa, watch this. This will help you. Lisa is twice Joe.
Yeah, but like,
I'm not sure why you want to divide. There's no division up there.
because on the left side, the highlighted part isn't the x then Lisa plus 8, and then on the right side it would be x divided by 2, which is
So now I understand what you're saying. So now watch me real quick. Everybody look up because you're asking good questions. If I were to solve this equation right here, do you remember what would I do to both sides? Do you remember? We're solving this equation right here. Do you remember? Subtract x from both sides. Right? So that means x equals what? Do you agree with that? Two x minus one x is x, right? So x equals 8. Do you agree? So if x equals 8, that means Joe walked what? 8 miles. And Lisa would walk what? 16 miles. Lisa walked twice as far as Joe. You with me now, right? Yes.
x minus x.
Because what's in front of the 1 or what's in front of the x? Thank you, Jackson. You happy with that now? All right, that's tricky. Maya, it just takes time. You know what I'm saying? All right, literal translations. All right, where am I at? Who's up? Molly, let's give it a shot.
A ribbon 7 feet long is kind of 2 pieces.
Okay, so everybody's going to draw a ribbon, right? And this ribbon is what? 7 feet long. Okay, so now tell me what I'm doing to the ribbon.
One piece is more for longer than the other,
Okay,
and what are the lengths of the 2 pieces?
right, so there's 2, right? So here's piece number 1, right? And this is piece number 2, right? So the first piece is what? What letter? We don't know how long this is, so how long do you want to make it? X, beautiful. And what's the second piece? Well, read it to me again.
Oh, so x was 1.
That's how easy. So now if you want, you can look over here and say this is X and this piece over here is X plus 1. Now, how do I write the equation, please?
So x plus 1. And then equals 7.
That just means this. Watch what you just said, please. Let's make sense of this. You're saying this equals 7. Does that equal 7?
That
What do I have to add to it?
plus that.
Yes, there you go, girl. the two pieces added together. All right. So then if we simplify that equation, when I simplify that equation, what's it going to be?
2x plus 1.
That's correct. Very good, Molly. 2x plus 1 equals 7. All right, Joshua, let's go, buddy.
The height of a tree is 4 times the height of a house.
Okay, so what are we talking about here?
The house of the tree.
Right, so tree and house. All right, so now what?
If the tree is 50 meters taller than the house,
No.
how tall is the tree?
So what's the relationship here, though? We have to write a relationship first. What's the relationship here? Okay, so what's what?
The tree is x plus 50.
I don't think so. Read the first sentence again.
The height of the tree is 4 times.
So the tree is being related to the house. Do you agree with this? So do I have any idea how big the house is? So what is that? X. Brilliant. And what's the height of the tree?
4x.
You're amazing. Okay, so now you got to write the equation based off of the second sentence. So what's the tree?
50 meters tall.
No, what's the tree?
4x
Yes, sir. Now look what I'm showing you. 4x. What does is mean?
equals
Okay. Or that, say it again.
x
Now you're going to include the what?
50
Right. So what is it?
x plus x.
Yes. I try to tell everybody, I'm good at showing you the algorithms and showing you how to do math. There are some things I can't teach you. This is one of them. You have to understand the tree is what we're talking about. How tall is the tree? How tall is the tree, guys? Nope. How tall is the tree? The tree is 4x. Now, that tree is what? And how tall is the house? So we want to add 50 to it, and now they're equal. Is everybody with me on that? All right, again, every year I do this, and every year this is hard. All right, and part of it is because kids don't go and listen and try on your own. Remember, if you're just writing down my answers, it's no good. All right, you got to try first. All right, I'm pretty happy with that. All right, 25, you're up.
The sides of a triangle have length C plus 7.
All right, come on, write me equation, kiddo.
A plus C plus 7 equals 30.
Wow, I'm good. Thank you. Now we're going to simplify that. What am I simplifying that to? Well, thank you. All right, but I'm hoping for an answer, right? Let me guess, you're having trouble with C plus C.
I was doing it.
Oh, okay. Slow down.
2C plus 7.
2C plus what?
7.
Y 7. Shh.
Oh, I mean plus 15
Then what?
equals 30.
Wow, very good. 2C plus 15 equals 30. All right, Tyler, go 26. Go. I'm skipping because people are doing the work before they get to them because they're counting which number they're on. So they're trying to do the work before they get to them. So now you're on the spot. Can you do 26?
Okay.
Go.
Baseball team played 12 games and they won 2 more than they lost.
Okay.
One. Oh, okay.
So I want you to tell me, what are we talking about here?
They played 12 games.
And
They lost 2. They won 2 more than they lost.
so what am I talking about? I need 2 things that I'm talking about.
How many they won and how many they lost.
Right. So you write W and L. All right. Now, Write me the description. How do I fit this into my equation?
The W would be this X, and then the L would be X plus 2.
So they lost more than they won.
No, they won more than not, so
We're-
opposite way.
Right. We're not thinking about your team. We're thinking about this team.
Thank you.
So how many did they lose?
They lost, they lost,
X.
yeah.
How many did they win?
W is X plus 2,
Thank you. All right. So now write the equation.
so 2X plus.
Oh, hold on. Boy, I didn't even read the rest of this. Thank you. Go ahead. Read the next sentence.
They lost one more than they tied.
Oh, so there was 3 now. So we have win, lose, and tie. All right. So they lost one more than they tied. So if they lost X,
So X plus 1 for the tie.
for the tie, X plus 1. They lost one more than they tied. Is that true? Is that statement, what he just said, is that true? Who said no?
I said,
What?
no, it's all fake.
Well, you can tell it went over very good because no one is laughing. They lost, come on, Tyler. They lost one more than they tied. So for example, Tyler, if I said this, if they lost 5 games, how many did they tie?
1. Like it says, 1.
No, I'm asking you a question. I'm not trying to be funny now. They lost one more than they tied.
So 1 more than they tied, 6, right?
Now, if you're having trouble, right? They lost one more than they tied. So what should it be?
6.
What should it be?
Oh my God.
Right, because look over here. If you lost, Tyler, that's what I'm trying to show you guys. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to tell you, I understand it's confusing. So if they lost one more, did they win more than they, or did they lose more than they tied? Yes. So the amount that they tied would have had to been 4. Do you see that, what I'm trying to show you?
Yeah, I'm horrible at reading comprehension.
No, me too. I'm totally understanding what you're saying. That's why I'm saying the tie, Miss Appleton, should be what? Not X plus 1, but what? Now, I can totally understand what you're telling me, right? I'm showing you, I agree with you. I know the reading is the hardest part, right? That's why I'm trying to see if you understand. Does it look now that the loss is 1 more than the amount tied? Just because it says more than plus doesn't mean you automatically put plus 1. That's what some of you are doing. And that's where you're going to make your mistake. That's why it's important to put down the variables. If I lost X and that's 1 more than the amount that I tied, you see what I'm saying, right? And again, I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to tell you, I know Algebra 1 is harder than pre-algebra. So you got to kind of work at it. Is that it?
Yeah.
All right. So you guys try, finish 26, 27, 28. I appreciate it, guys. Very, very good. I know.
The other girls aren't already, but every time.